Hola friends. So we will now begin a video. And before we begin, James wants to tell you that if you hit on me, you're going to be in big trouble. Because I was like doing a video and all of a sudden, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And I feel like he always makes sure that I stay not married so that when I get to heaven, we can be together. But that's him right there. The one over here closest to me. There's my Jamesy Poo. That's his best friends. The middle one's Justin. The one over there on the left, that's Terry, who ended up being my sister's baby daddy. And this one over here is my thug life James. See how we look the same face? Oh man, here we are. This was in New Year's. It's kind of roughed up because he always had a special posing picture face. He always said he was sexy. Fucking dork. Look at my Skylar. When he was a baby. Looks like his daddy. Which is not James, it's Tori. And then here's us when we were pregnant with our twins. That apartment that we lived in, $450 a month. I think that was my first place. And then I signed up for low-income housing and I actually got on it. And then I turned into a fucking felon and got off of it. Because you can't get a felony and still have housing. You also can't date anybody with a felon on housing. So, James was a felon already, and my family did not want us together because we were very naughty. So, let's go ahead and do an actual read. Sorry for being such a goofball. I do love you guys very much. And I appreciate all of you guys watching my videos. And Andrea, tonight I just want to tell you I love you. And you're beautiful. And I hope you're having a good night. You two sleepy fish, my sweet little sleepy fish. Today we're going to talk about how wonderful the ladies on this channel are. And we are wishing them prosperity. Okay, so clearing your space in the reverse. Some of you guys, honestly, are being real patient, it says. And you haven't actually eliminated somebody from your space that you don't want there. I see that you're glaring. This person, the way that you look at them, honestly, is not very nice. And I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, you're mean mugging. You're mean mugging somebody. So I actually just heard also for some of you guys, this is in the workplace. You've been very patient. You've been dealing with, honestly, a lot of stuff from this person that requires patience because I feel like whatever it is that you're involved in, you have put a lot of your time and energy into. And you can't just freaking act the way that you would normally act in this case because you have freaking time. You have a lot invested actually into this. For those of you who are not dealing with somebody that's negative, it does say to remember that love is the key. It could just be that honestly you're burnt out and you're bored and you don't want to be there anymore. And it's saying honestly that you need to love what you have in your life right now. A lot of times the grass isn't greener on the other side. You're thinking about taking a new path for some of you guys. And with the clearing your space in the reverse card and the be patient, I'm going to honestly actually just overrule that whole first part about anybody bothering anybody. And I'm going to actually say straight up, like, in this case, it literally looks like you need to tone it down a little bit. Remember that love is the key. Some of you guys are honestly going through a phase right now. You know what? I just heard myself with my family. When they make me mad, I fucking clear my space, dude. I go MIA. I dip the fuck out. I'll change my number. I'll change my job. I'll change even addresses at times. Like I'm a home. I usually like own something, so it's a little harder for me to change addresses. But I'm not gonna lie. I have actually been thinking about selling this place. It's up to about 400,000 now in worth. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll get it up to like 5, but my goal was 4, and I'm already here. And I'm gonna buy a motorhome, and I just want to travel. I just want to go to every ocean and beach and city that I damn well please, and just want to see the world. So, some of you guys might be thinking about doing something crazy like that too, you know, I don't know. You're a lot like me, because we're fucking cool. Hello. Hello. Hello, back girl. Hello, back girl. Anyway, so that's happening. Let's see what's going on here. Let's just change decks, because this one is obviously telling us not to do something we really want to do. Why? Why? Are we part of the Y generation? Why can't I do it? Honestly, it works. You know what my boss came in today and told me? She showed me on the iPad why. I guess they send literal fucking red alerts and dings to our corporate leaders anytime something is like not the way that they want it to be. So they actually get a text alert or an iPad alert, and it shows them who's there, who came in late, who came in early, all that. She actually told me straight up, like, if you even want to come in late on a certain day, why are we talking about this again? She said to change the fucking schedule beforehand because you'll get in trouble. So I don't know why we said that, but just know that honestly, like, oh, because you want to know why. Well, if you knew the real reason why, you would stop it right now. There's a good damn reason why you need to slow down. Exactly. Lovers in the reverse. You're tempted? You're dating somebody new? You fucking what? You're reaching out to somebody new? Some of you guys are messaging somebody new. You've been very patient. Saying straight up, remember love is the key, and honestly to put temptation down. Some of you guys are in a commitment already, and you married. I don't know if you married or not, but like that's the point of not getting married. You don't get to fucking just marry whoever the fuck you want. Some people take that shit seriously. That's why I don't do it. I'm not by any means saying I'm perfect or that I do it, but when I try to be in a relationship, I'm faithful. I'm faithful. I was with Zeke for fucking 7 long ass years, dude. I was with Tori, I was with James. With Tori and James, I met James at the end of mine and Tori's relationship. And I did not, this is exact, you know what, this could be exactly what you're fucking dealing with right now. I was with Tori for 4 years. Out of nowhere, James literally hits, we were working together. I didn't even know James liked me, but I always say that James was my bad side soulmate for this reason. 4 years into mine and Tori's relationship, we were living together, we had a son together. I get a phone call out of nowhere from James, and he said literally, I'm at this party, and there's all these girls here, dude. He said, but all I can think about is you. I was in the bathroom, in my mom's trailer that she still lives in to this day, only she's in the room that I used to have, and, actually, no, all these butterflies come over my entire body. I had never in my life, I don't even know if to this day I've ever felt like that. He was the only one, I think, that really made me feel that way. I couldn't explain it. But out of nowhere, dude, I get this freaking random invitation to leave Tori after 4 years and a child together. To be honest, Tori's he's like Forrest Gump. He's super faithful. He never did a whole lot with his life, but he's happy with what he did do, I think. How do you not know if they're not happy? That's how fucking that's how happy, at least, he was pretty content with almost nothing. And I just didn't want to live like that. But, I fucked up, you know? I didn't have the balls to actually, just come. I told her I was going to be with James, but I lied to both of them back and forth. I wasn't, I literally fucking, I missed Tori, and I loved James, so I would go back and forth. I remember when Tori found out I was with James, I was over at James's apartment, and I was in my van. James was in the apartment. Tori had never really had an apartment. He never had shit. So this was my first boyfriend ever that had his own place. I had a red Astro van at that time, which is actually, now that I found I'm really being technical, it must have been pretty far into me and James seeing each other, because when I first met James, I had a white Ford Zephyr that smoked. And I had already ruined that car, and what did I do? I think I don't know, that car was just a cheap car, and it like caught smoke or something. It was like started smoking. But I had actually called my stepdad at that point and convinced him to buy me a van behind my mom's back, which she would have never approved of. I get the van, and at that point, me and James haven't seen each other. I'm gonna guess now, I don't know, realistically, we're talking 6 months now. I must have kept it a secret, at least from Tori. Well, not really, obviously, because he clearly was on to me. I was in the van at this point, waiting for James to come outside. I'll never, I think, I don't remember honestly. I think he did end up coming and getting in the van, dude. Horrible day. It was so sad for me to see Tori's face. Like, it was, I don't even know. I'll never forget it, because I loved Tori a lot. I'm sitting in the van, dude, and I'm pretty sure James was in the passenger seat at this point, and all of a sudden we get surrounded, dude, by Tori's family. It was his cousin Dwayne and Tori, and they pull up in this car. And in my town, supposedly back in the day, the Wilsons were the shit. The Wilsons were not somebody you wanted to fuck with. But the town was only 1,200 people. But in my town, I didn't know anything about a bigger town, so the Wilsons were where I was at. So I was actually scared. Dwayne was supposed to be this big bad motherfucker, right? He actually ended up being a better sober motherfucker. He actually fucking owned his ass. His shit. He's sober now. I'm actually gonna be solid for Dwayne. He's legit, dude. Solid as fuck. But he cleaned up. He don't do none of that dumbass shit anymore. But sorry for the eye roll, Dwayne. I love you. But on this day, Dwayne rolls around the van. He's the big cousin. He was the oldest cousin in Tori's family, so you already know. I'm sure you guys can at least get an idea of what that means. We're talking the biggest cousin, the biggest homie, the biggest motherfucker in town. And that's how it really was back in the day. So I was actually scared. They surround the van, right? And they start interrogating James. Dwayne starts asking James, "You know who the fuck I am? You know who the fuck I am?" I think James took a wild guess at a name. It was not who it was. But James did not know who the fuck you are. Because come to find out, at the end of the day, James was way harder than they were. I got into way worse shit than I ever did in my fucking life with James. But I just casually remember, honestly, him just be sitting there chill as fuck. You saw his face. He's got that fucking straight James fucking, I can do what I fucking want attitude too. That's why I love that motherfucker, dude. He taught me about Tech 9 and Akon. He fucking say all the time, "I'm Tech 9 and I can do whatever the fuck I want." Whenever I listen to Player from Tech 9, he say, "Oh, you like that song? Are you a player, Tara?" I always ask him whenever somebody has a crush on me what he thinks about him. And sometimes I even pretend like he's in the car driving with me just when I ask these things, because who knows, maybe they are. And I always feel like to this day he says he thinks it's not going to happen, that I'm still his property. And I like to believe that, because I still have so much love for him. And when I think about us together, that's how I feel about him. I just love him, even if he did die at 27. But this day he runs around, and Tori's family comes and they confront us. They obviously clearly heard that we'd been sneaking around together. It was really sad to see Tori's face. Tori came up on my side. He was at my window. I was sitting there. So you can just imagine sitting in your car and having your fucking partner or your ex that you haven't really told straight up for 6 months of you fucking have fallen in love with somebody else. And Tori was my first love, so I had never even fallen in love or out of love ever. It was my first fucking experience, dude. It was not easy. I couldn't explain what I felt for James. This might be what you guys feel like. Frick, for all I know, you guys are sitting here fucking. It says that you guys have the frickin' Nine of Swords. You're going through a depression. You're crying. Maybe this person doesn't understand you. It says Ten of Wands in the reverse. I don't know if you're going to stop carrying the work alone or if this relationship is just going to come to an end. Three of Stars in the reverse. Non-admiration. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, dude, I don't think you're into this person anymore. It does look like it's legit coming to an end. I don't feel like you admire them anymore. You're not sexually into them anymore. You're depressed. You're crying. You're actually maybe so depressed that you're reaching out to temptation to feel better. At this time in your guys' life, it doesn't appear that there's honestly anybody in your life that you would turn to. You don't turn to anybody that you know or anything that you know of for comfort. You don't want to either. You don't want to work on this. And there's been somebody, honestly, that's given you a brand new offer of some sort that it looks like you're for sure going to take because it's warning you not to do it. But honestly, I see here, honestly, you don't want, you don't like this person that much. You've been very patient. You've been telling yourself, remember love is key, remember love is key. You cry alone at night. You don't want to work for this relationship anymore. You don't admire this person anymore. You have another new offer. You don't feel like investing it, and you're thinking about where you want your life to go. A new path that you're on alone. And this is actually the same person that's been patient. And not every card honestly has all the same pictures, but in this card in particular, we're talking two. This is the same blonde girl. Look at this. So if you have blonde hair in particular, and this girl could even somewhat resemble you, I just feel like that for sure fucking indicates something. Or if your woman's blonde or whatever, and this sounds like, if this makes no sense to you and you're like, this doesn't even resonate, your partner feels this way. They're taking new offers. If you're wondering what the fuck's going on, why are they withdrawing, like, why are they not wanting to kick anymore, like, why do they have plans all of a sudden, like, I never knew you did that on Friday. No, they fucking don't normally do that on Friday. They don't want to see you anymore. They're not telling you because they do love you. You guys have shared a lot of very important, amazing things together. This person's not doing it to hurt you. They're just hurting. This person's hurting. They might be actually struggling with something really serious that has nothing to do with this relationship. But they don't feel like they can turn to you for comfort. They like, this person needs like somebody that understands them is what I hear. They're not cheating on, I don't feel like this person cheats because they're just like a whore, they have a sex issue. I feel like they cheat because they don't feel like they have anybody to turn to for support or comfort. They want comfort. And obviously, like, they feel so uncomfortable that they're willing to literally give up on all of this. They literally, comfort is the word that I'm hearing. So, I don't know, man. If you're trying all this other shit to, like, get people's attention or to get your partner to pay attention to you, this person's going through a major extreme depression to the point where anything at this point is going to feel better, because I feel like this person is like one or two steps away from honestly, like, even I'm hearing suicide, and like this person's sad. This person isn't sad. Six of Swords, yeah. They want a divorce. Look at that. They want a divorce. This person wants to end a contract with you. They're gonna take a new offer. Work victory in the reverse. Love victory, work victory. They could possibly even like leave a job. They maybe have left a job already. They're just withdrawing. They're acting different, and you're noticing the difference. But you are actually, I don't know if you necessarily know exactly what's going on. This person wants out, and it's not because you're not a good person. It's because they don't feel a connection to you, and they're actually really disconnected, and they need fucking somebody really important in the universe. I feel like is pulling them away from you. Because, like, if they're only one or two levels, honestly, from, like, suicide or handling shit, and they feel like they have nowhere to go, no one to talk to, no one to trust, like, then obviously resort to anything. Get the fuck out of wherever you are. Anybody would recommend that. If you're to the point where you feel that alone and that sad, which they do, you're not with the right people. This person needs to be around nonprofit organizations. This person needs help. They need free help, too. They don't have funds for it. And you're somebody, honestly, you don't have You have the treasure chest in the reverse. I don't feel like you're the treasure this person needs to get the help that they desire. I feel like your mindset is kind of selfish, and I hate to say this, but somebody's mindset is very selfish, in my opinion, in this relationship, because how could you not know this? I don't even know either one of you. And I'm picking up legit on how bad this person's fucking feeling and how bad it's hurting them inside. And like, I feel like you're over here just wondering what's going on with them. Honestly, like, if you lack that much intuition on how your partner feels, like, I'm judging you even. You need to stop thinking about, like, you're not, this person is not meant for you, or you're not meant for this person. And I'm actually saying that because, like, this is offensive to me. If somebody that is that close to you could be going through such terrible things, and like, we legit do not notice it, and we can't be kind, helpful, or loving, or supportive, this person needs somebody completely different. And you know what? Even as bitchy as I sound right now, my brother showed up here last night, and he was clearly going through something. But I had a situation with something that bothered me that I fucking put on the forefront and handled. It was actually so disturbing to him that I raised my voice and said what I said, that he actually left, completely left. So all I know is that I definitely felt shitty about the end result. But what I can say is that I meant what I said, and I look back on how the whole thing went. I know that not anybody in my family has even asked me if I'm okay or if I'm offended or if what happened that night, nothing. They all think I'm just a straight fucking dumbass bitch because probably I hurt my brother's feelings. Who knows? But not one person fucking cares about my fucking feelings. And you know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, if you're in a room full of people and you feel a certain way, I feel a certain way, and we're not fucking picking up on that energy, definitely get the fuck somewhere else. So I didn't try to stop my brother, and that's why I didn't drive down today. I could, what am I gonna do? Go freaking run after us, and then what? When we get together, then what is gonna happen different? We don't have any fucking skills to act different yet. People want what they want. They want the results that they want. They want to hear what they want to hear. They want to say what they want to say. But what is the freaking vibe? What is going on between the people while they're doing all the crap that they're doing? They're just doing it or what? Is there progress being made? I don't think so. You know, honestly, I feel like one person in here is just very like focused on getting this straight now. We need to get this straight now. This needs to be taken care of. This needs to be organized. You need to just leave this person alone. One person needs to get the fuck away from one person, honestly, legit, because like you don't even know what you're talking about. Person over here that's going through the struggle literally needs extreme help and support because they're like on the verge of not being helpable. And if you actually think what you want to get straightened out matters the most, or what you think is going on is that what is going on, or if you, like, no, that's all you sound like is you, I want this. I can hear that even from here. I can feel that even from here. And I'm saying this honestly, like, I'm gonna say this blunt. I'm not even gonna say it with respect because, like, I'm gonna let you know right now. Nobody but you, nobody but this person, whoever it is involved, this being this way, would want to be around somebody like that when they're feeling fucking crappy. They feel crappy enough. Do you not think this person doesn't know that their life is all fucked up? Do you not think that they know that they have an addiction? Do you not think that they fucking wish that they were married too, or that they had money too, or that they had a better job too? Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't understand depression. Maybe they don't understand mental health. Maybe they don't understand addiction. Maybe they don't understand freaking trauma. You don't even know what this person's going through, but what I can tell you is they're going through a lot. And they're about to leave. And the universe is asking them to do that. You're not, like, the two of you guys together, like I said, it upsets me. Your guys' energy, if you think it upsets if you think you're upset about how you feel, like, other people that even listen to how you guys are in a relationship, they have to listen to you talk about the relationship, like, even people that have never heard about the relationship, that can do a read, can channel into the energy that you two have together, negative. It's One person is depressed and the other one is controlling and toxic and demanding, telling everyone. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. That's the wrong thing in the first. That is not. It's wrong. Your suggestion is wrong. Your direction is wrong. Whoever's got their finger out telling people what to do, stop. If you ask me, you think this person, even as messed up as they are, anybody that doesn't recognize somebody else's pain and suffering, and you actually think that what you came down here to do on earth was to tell this person that they need to get their life together. I wish you would do the right thing. I wish you would stop doing this. I wish you would frickin' get a life and focus on your own damn shit. 100%. This person doesn't have the fucking mental capacity or even ability at this time, with especially how clouded their mind is from depression or addiction or suffering. Do you think those demands that you're putting out on the table honestly matter more than the pain that they're in? They have a gaping open heart. Their heart isn't even just broken. It's not frustrated. It's not sad. It's a gaping open. It is pouring every ounce of themselves out into the open like a wound, bleeding unstoppably. This person is bleeding unstoppably in pain inside. And anybody, honestly, that couldn't see that, shame on you. I'm just honestly sad. And if you're this person and you need support, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Because, you know what, I get it. And I don't judge anybody. I get upset with the person that can't seem to freaking figure out how to be respectful of people going through the struggle. That's why I wanted to be a criminal defense attorney. Because, you know, honestly, I just get it. I know the people that go through the struggle, they're not bad. They're actually some of the best people I've ever met in my life. They didn't get trained on the things that we're going to go over together. That's why I do what I do. Because, you know, a lot of people want to sit there and tell people how fucked up they are and how they need to do this and how they need to do that, but they don't know a damn thing about much. And even if they've been where the fuck that person has been, they don't know the brain or the body that they're working with. And since everything is changing from alcohol, drugs, trauma, your brain is constantly being affected by these things permanently. Then anything even you learned last month, if you've been partying for the next 30 days, could be different. People need to start understanding what the fuck they're talking about before they start telling people how to do things. Literally, if I smoked tonight some acid, tomorrow I could wake up a completely different person. And you know what? The truth is that everybody wants to sit there and point fingers at finger. Oh, you're so fucked up. Whatever, dude. Get the fuck away from people, honestly. Keep your sober and judgmental ass away from anybody that's going through the struggle, legit, because you don't even know what you're talking about. It's actually way more annoying for anybody that's like even high as hell to sit there and listen to a sober person with their facts wrong tell them how the fuck shit is when they're already going through a lot. And people want to say things like, it's not a disorder, or it's not a disease, it's a choice, it's not a, you know, this or that. It's actually literally a disease. It deteriorates your brain permanently, and you have to go to the doctor and legit get on medication specifically designed for your situation to even overcome and get your brain somewhat back to normal. And the pills are what comes in and replaces the fucking parts of your brain that have been deteriorated to even help it get somewhat back to normal. Not to mention, you're only supposed to take the pills for a year or less. And then you're supposed to learn coping skills, and you're also supposed to study up on what happened to the brain that made you have to take pills. You also need to know you can only take these for 1 year or you become dependent. You also need to know. Does anybody fucking know that? I highly doubt it. You know what they think they know? What everybody else is doing and needs to be doing. So if you're dealing with somebody like that, get as far away from them as you can. and know that there's people out there that actually do know what you're going through. There's support groups, there's halfway houses, there's treatment centers, and they're all free. I never paid $1. I went to so many of them. I went to as many as I fucking needed until I found the right person to teach me what I never knew. It wasn't until I was 26 that I started learning much about who I was, or what I wanted, or what that meant. I was being dictated and controlled 24/7 by people that told me what I wasn't and what I needed to be. But I started to realize, honestly, I was being directed in ways that would benefit those people. And they didn't even care about my goals, my dreams, my problems, my fears, my worries, my wants. They didn't fucking care. They kept telling me that I needed to do what the fuck would actually look best for their situation. Everything that I did, which was a list, it was never ending. It came from my parent, and it came from my fucking lovers. Because we date lovers that act like the parent that we fucking were serving. So if you're wondering why the fuck your relationships aren't going good, or why you're using, or why you're suffering, why, you probably never weren't. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can get to the point where you don't. Get away from anybody that thinks they know what it is for you. Because you know what it is. And you know what, like I said, you're going to be the first person, or any addict out there, anybody that's suffering is going to be the first person to know what's bothering them. They're aching and breaking down inside every fucking day, and all they hear about and all they're looking at is people staring at them with their stank eye, talking crap while they're suffering. Cool, I don't care, because you know, if you knew how to be better, or if you could be better, if you had the support to be better, as if you want to be the first one to jump on that train. Even people that are suffering, yeah, they might make a choice to go fucking use, even after they get clean. Yeah, they do. Talk shit about it some more. Who gives, you know, it's just a pathetic ass waste of time. I think honestly we just need to get to two different points here at the end of the day. Does this person use because they fucking want to? Or is this person going through a struggle that you know nothing about? And lastly, once you figure that out, be on with your own damn way if you got a problem. Unless this person shouldn't honestly be going through what they're going through, because you really do know them. Some people do fight for people that they love because they really believe in them and they really know them and it actually works. This is not the case for this relationship right here. I don't think so, by any means. I'll give you a 2% fucking probability, just because I never like to say never. But nobody really liked Brandy either, so. The boy is mine. Is that what this is about? Are you fighting somebody else? I did say actually on that somebody wants to dip, dude, because they feel comfort with somebody else. So if you're some ex, honestly, who's fighting for some dude that you were seeing, you're not the girl they want. You're not the man they want. You don't get them, and you're actually really rude and controlling, and it's a big turnoff. You need to move along, and before you start dating another person, you need to learn how to be less like that, because nobody's going to deal with that controlling ass, judgmental, demanding behavior. Okay? And I love you. Trust me. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm just very passionate about addicts, and I'm very passionate about people going through the struggle. So I get very naturally defensive about anybody, honestly, that judges the homies. So I do apologize if I'm coming off like firm or strong to the person who cares. But like, I just give many levels of different examples of caring people, and I'm not gonna lie, you seem kind of inexperienced when it comes to genuinely caring for people. And what I mean by that is, it bothers you a lot when people are not doing what makes you feel comfortable. At the end of the day, what do you see, baby? Somebody out there freaking me out. At the end of the day, why are you really mad? It was just freaking me out. I think somebody is outside. Is somebody out there, dude? Let's go fucking kick the fucking bitch ass, dude. Somebody out there? see somebody or what? Let's turn the fucking lights off. We gotta catch these bitches. I like to make sure I can see all my fucking enemies. Get him. Get him. Go. Get him. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have to tell you guys something. Oh, shit. This is crazy. So my neighbor has never been in love. Well, I mean, he has once. But he, like, screwed up, and he married this fucking old-ass fucking girl with, like, hella kids and shit. Who was a bartender, too. And he was, like, really young. Long story short, from the rumor is, she actually cheated on him and made him feel like the baby that they had together was his. And, the only reason I know so much about him is because I boned him myself. I drove over there one day and I just knocked on the door and I asked him if we could do it. Anyways, it happened. We had like a little summer together and he told me all about his story. And he's very strict. He doesn't want nobody around his kid. He only hangs out on Tuesday and Wednesday. And, he's just kind of strict little bitch about it. And, I'm a lippy ass one, so I got booted. So I get to actually see him with this chick, right? He's in love, for real. At first it broke my heart because it wasn't me. Because I'm telling you right now, dude, never sleep with your neighbor. It's terrible. Because, like, then you have to see and date other people and it was all bad. But he taught me a lesson. He taught me that when we start dating new people, we don't get to just tell people what it is. And that's what I told him. I said, no, I want to do this. I want to do that. He, like, cut it off. And that's when I started learning a lot more about men than I think women really fucking know. And that's why I teach you guys about this, because I think everybody wants a man. Everybody wants a woman. And I'll go into the women shit with men later. But I'm a woman who's still freaking frustrated about, that shit. But anyways, I do want to actually just say he's been with this chick. I'm not going to lie. She doesn't know, but he's cheated on her with me twice. And I didn't really, know because he claims to be single. Sometimes I see her and I want to be like, I fucked your boyfriend. But I'm like, don't do that. She's cute. She's sweet. And yes, he did cheat on her, but it was like he must have felt bad or something. I don't even know, because, obviously, I can turn this down, but he chose her. And that's fine. Because I want him to have the best. And I'm not going to listen to somebody that I don't want to listen to. Let's be honest here. So I can see, though, that he actually is falling in love. She's over there every night almost, and she has her own house, and she lives in Idaho, and we live in Washington, so she actually drives over here, which is like a 45-minute drive every day, but there, and so another 45 back. They wake up at the same time. They're in sync. It's perfect. They're perfect for each other. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably gonna get married for the first time ever. He never married this other chick. Oh, and I want to tell you, she cheated on him, his last chick. He raised all her kids, and this last baby, he thought was his. From what he says, it's not even his kid. He found out later that was some other dude, but he has always thought it was his kid, so he's still gonna raise him. That kid comes over all the time. Long story short, they're like this little trio family. That neighbor moved into my house, or no, his house. Maybe it's got to be, I'd say 3 or 4 years ago. So I've got to see him in all phases. And for the first time ever, I actually see him falling in love. I do think they're going to get married, and I think it's beautiful. But I've never actually got to see that before. And I've never also got to be a part of that, hear a story about that, get pushed away from that, say, honestly, with what I'm looking for, you're not. I had to endure, and now I have to visually see, and I'm to a place once again, and I do this all the time. I always try to always be positive and feel what I really feel. But I could see that she's perfect for him. And I don't know why I said that, but if you're somebody who's about to let somebody go, try to look at it like that. Are they better together than you? And if they are, then fucking quit trying to control the situation, because for one, it doesn't make them want to be with you more. And for two, it doesn't change the fact that it's true. 3, I love you.